Hey guys, Zak Maytum from Venom Skate Products. Today we're going to be doing a setup on this Madrid Blunt 38 bamboo pintail. Hopefully this will also help you with a different pintail board if you don't have exactly this one. The setup should be somewhat similar. This one's got caliber trucks on it, same angle front and rear, so that's going to affect the way we set this up. The first thing I'm going to do is take it all the way apart and we'll go from there. Alright, this one's fresh out of the box. Let's see how it feels. So first impression is kind of like a lot of boards that you would get, fresh out of the store. It's pretty loose, you could turn pretty well with it, but I just don't like to see the way this back truck wants to sit down and fold before the front truck. So let's go and play with the bushings and kind of see if we can get this to work in a way where it's going to be still really carvy and surfy, but it might be a little bit more stable and just kind of the turn is going to be a little bit more predictable. Alright, we got her all tuned up. I'm pretty happy with this one. Once again, we changed out the bushings front and rear, and we went with a pretty big split in durometers, which is going to be important for a board with the same angles. That way we can kind of get the front to articulate a little bit more than the rear. So on the front truck, we went with a Venom 85A high performance formula plug barrel on the bottom, or the board side, and an 85A high performance formula cone on the road side. We kept the washers in their original configuration on this board because the pintail has so much dive and so much kind of sweepy turn to begin with that we want to leave the washers to kind of A, help prevent wheel bite, and B, help the bushings not deform too much because the truck is really going to move a lot. On the back truck, similar setup but in 93A high performance formula, plug barrel on the board side, cone on the road side. And on the rear truck, we have about 3.5 threads showing on the Kingpin. On the front truck, we have about 2.5. So we always run our rear truck tighter than the front truck. And if you want more information on that, check out our board stability setup video. And if you want more information on these plug barrels, check out the video for them. All right, we're going to take it outside and see how much we like it better. All right, we're back out here in the real world. Let's see how it goes. So what I like about this setup is that we were able to maintain a lot of the dive and kind of juicy feel of this top mount. But now when I put most of my weight on my back foot, I get this back wheel to lift maybe slightly before the front, or at most they both lift together. It's no longer just sitting down on that back foot. So that's going to be a whole lot better for me when I go to kind of dig into a turn and really power through it. The board's not going to fold and kind of sit down and get away from me. Yeah, see, this really has kind of a little bit of snap to it. The board really wants to kind of dive and dart around. It wants to carve really deep and smooth, but when I let it go straight, it just wants to fly right, just like it should. So it's really kind of juicy and carvy, but then it just wants to roll out and go straight. This board also has bearing spacers, but out of the box they are not tightened all the way down. The axle nuts have just a little bit of slop in them, and we would always recommend that you tighten up your axle nuts until they're snug if your board came with bearing spacers. If you don't know how to tell if you have bearing spacers, see our video about that.